Hello, everyone. We're very grateful for this opportunity to be able to meet our customers at a time like this. Please know we're praying for your safety and well-being. I'm Janice from Alice Electric, by the way. Hi, everyone, again. Thank you for joining us today for the new product introduction of our company. This seminar will be about an hour long and will cover main features of our new products applied in various renewable markets, such as photovoltaic, ESS, and wind power. If you have any questions during our presentation, please leave your questions on the Q&A section on the bottom right, and our staff will respond accordingly. So let's begin our future renewable seminar. We have prepared our product presentation separately into for decentralized and centralized applications. For decentralized, we will cover 1500 volt DC molded case circuit breaker and 1500 volt DC GPR contactor. And for centralized, we will go over 1500 volt DC switch and air circuit breakers and battery connection panel for BESS, followed by FAQ and Q&A session. Then lastly, for those of you who stayed with us till the end, we have a lucky draw event which you can win prize like AirPod Pro. So please be patient and hope you can be the lucky one. Now, let me proudly introduce you 4 of our talented presenters of the day. Simon Lee, Low Voltage DC Product Manager.
Hi everyone, this is Simon Lee.
Youngoo Kim, PhD, Senior Research Manager.
Hi, this is Youngoo Kim. Welcome to our webinar.
Oscar Moon, Application Sales Manager.
We miss you all. We really welcome your visit in webinar.
And Terry Kim, Low Voltage DC Product Manager.
Hi, this is Terry Kim, DC Product Manager for Centralized. Nice to see you.
Everyone, please say hello again to our viewers.
Hello. Hi. We love you all.
And we're going to be beginning our presentation. Our first speaker is Mr. Simon Lee. He'll be explaining the 1500 volt DC MCCB for you today. Let's get started when you're ready.
Good morning, everyone. This is Simon Lee again from LS Electric, and thank you very much for your valuable time today. I'm here to introduce our 1500 DC volts MCCB to all of you. There is a demand of decentralized configuration of energy system for high level of redundancy and plant availability. Also, in terms of cost benefit, top 2 biggest countries in global PV markets, which are United States and China, are considering the decentralized system. And finally, it will naturally lead to high voltage up to 1500 DC volts and adequate current rating. At this moment, we successfully have full lineup of 1500 DC volts and 800 AC volts for MCCB, which is commonly used in PV and ESS application. The diagram on the left side shows general diagram of decentralized PV power plants composed with a few medium capacity of solar cells. A few steps ahead of solar inverter for AC-DC converting. There are primary and secondary protection units, such as junction box, protecting a few solar modules, and combiner box for protection of a few junction boxes. Different types of electrical designs are available, of course, but generally low capacity DC MCCB or DC molded case switch, which we have now, are used in this application. Even if there has been a safety concern, anyone can hardly deny the potential of energy storage system. In this system, normally battery cell or modules are protected by both BPU, battery protection unit, and BCP, battery connecting panel here. Just like the protection of junction box and combiner box mentioned earlier. And in terms of BCP application, DC switch disconnector on the right side would be installed together with fuse for higher battery capacity system. Otherwise, DC MCCB itself or DC MCS with fuse are commonly used for smaller BCP. The electrical diagram would be shown like this. Let's move on to our main features. Here, I would like to emphasize those main features of our 1500 DC volts UL MCCB. First of all, it is world first UL certified DC MCCB up to 600 ampere frame at 1500 DC volts, which can meet mandatory requirements from American PV and ESS customers, which is second biggest in global market. Following list is specified on the UL official homepage, which you can easily access, and we extract all certification lists of DC MCCB and MCS for UL 4N9B and UL 4N9F. Sorry for the... And it is very clear that there are only few players with DC 1500 DC volts, MCCB and MCS solution in the market when LS Electric successfully achieve all those certifications. And next, I can guarantee that our high capacity of short circuit breaking, which is 65 kiloamps for UL certified MCCB and 50 kiloamps for IEC certified MCCB, which are world-class features at this moment. This is going to be highly required by energy storage system field in terms of battery safety concern. Simultaneous acquisition of both UL 409B and UL 409F is also our main features I would like to parade. Main specifications of 1500 DC volts UL MCCB in the market are listed on this table. Even if we could not name all those market players here, hope you understand, we can see the specification of LS UL MCCB on the right side are even leading the market in terms of breaking capability and the dual certification. Our R&D department has been rapidly responded to renewable energy market trend, which I believe that it will result in a development of front-leading products. Aside from previous UL breakers comparable for both AC and DC on the left side, our new DC breaker up to 1500 DC volts mentioned earlier will be launched first quarter this year. Not only the 1500 DC volts UL MCCB with 65 kiloamps breaking capability, but also we have DC 600 or DC 1000 volts are available with us. At the same time, IC certified DC MCCB and MCS types are also available, especially our 250 ampere frame 1500 DC volts MCCB here with compact size would be appropriate solution for PV power plants with the capacity below 500 kilowatts. And these are internal and external accessories for our DC MCCB. For further detailed technical specification will be provided by email upon your request. Last but not least, I would like to briefly share our development plan for upcoming products. It is AC 1000 volts MCCB up to 600 ampere frame, which is an exact solution for photovoltaic and ESS application in terms of high output voltage. It will be IC certified AC MCCB with 20 kiloamps for short circuit breaking capability. We believe this solution is already highly requested by our renewable energy customer and truly hope that the time will come soon to launch these products to the market. This is all for my presentation today, and I really appreciate your attention to our new products 1500 DC volts UL MCCB. It was Simon Lee from LS Electric, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your presentation, Simon. If you have any questions regarding the presentation, please leave your questions or comments on the Q&A section at the lower right corner. Our second speaker is PhD Mr. Young-Go Kim. He'll be explaining the 1500 volt DC GPR. Please go ahead.
Hello guys, this is Young-Go Kim from LS Electric. So I'm in charge of the 1500 GPR DC contactors. So it is very overwhelming situations, and I'm not accustomed to in a COVID-19 situation, not only in Korea, but also in a European situation. I hope that in the bad situation will get better. So that's why we provide this in the seminar, and so that we can announce that we can give you very good information about our product lines. So please be patient for this seminar. So I'm going to start right now. Even from BMS of electric vehicle to BPU of energy storage system, our DC contactor has been used in various industrial applications. For those applications, we believe that the market demand became so clear. The higher voltages and with the higher braking capacity is absolutely needed for the market. Secondly, we have an issue for reliability because of the crucial issue for safety. And then in 2018 in domestic market, yes, the system is quite well used in Korea, but there is in a fire situation, so that we have to clarify what kind of problems were there. So and actually our our internal rule is very reinforced. So reliability is kind of very important issue. And also another thing is as well as in a compact size. Size is very compact, so you can placement our product in your system very easily. And last but not least, in a higher level of electrical durability, which is most important thing. So we provide normally the 3,000 cycles for 400 amperes and 1,000 cycles for 500 amperes. So that is all about the market trend. So LS Electric provide the three kind of categories, from 450 to 1500 voltages. So that is all about the market trend for macro sections. So I'm going to move on applications for energy storage system. As Simon introduced the MCCB sections, as you can see, right now in ESS, in the BCP and battery lag is very important and a part of the system. So normally our system is connected to the BPU, battery protection unit. So it's kind of discharging continuously. So during that day, normally there's a domestic market and a global market. It decided the selection for fuse and these conductors. So either you can choose DC conductor with fuse or MCCB DC conductor plus fuse. Depends on your reliability you need. So that in this system, normally we use DC MCCB and DC relay. So these application is quite well used, not only in the Samsung SDI, but also the LG chemicals. So it is quite reference the system. So I hope that you can focus on our DC relay system with really good reliability. So in a normal voltage is DC 600 to 1500, the 600 to 1500 VDC, and ITH is a thermal current, so 10 to 500 ampere. So that would be our kind of nice system for your ESS system. Okay, so we started this system for ESS2, and we normally move on our, DC in the contactor system to EV charging station. So as you can see, nitty-gritty is here. So, and there is RMU, TR, and AC protection. Normally, this is a very conventional system. And this system is changed, it is converted to, our PCS system. So it is going to be inside to, our EV charging station like this. So this, this in a DC line, normally widely installed in a DC EV chargers of capacity up to 100 kilowatts, which is domestic market normally used at. So as the capacity of an EV charger and output voltage increase upon request of less time and charging, which means instant charging. So we believe that there must be demand for high capacity of DC conductors in near future. So I cannot show you details about the inside of our EV charger systems, but I definitely guarantee you that there is a MCCB and there is SPD and there is a DC conductors combinations. So I think that will be a very good explanation for in the spreading in our business to the EV charger market. So, on demand of the, this system need in a kind of the four major technologies. So I'm going to explain arc quenching, short circuit capability, and electromagnetic actuators in the designing and noise reduction technologies. First of all, the most important part of the switching is arc chamber sealed with He2 in the mixed gas for the better reliability. Secondly, the main contact should be considered to enhance the short circuit capacity by selecting material and shape of the contact with the optimal spring selection and magnet placement. Thirdly, the optimal design of electromagnetic actuator should be considered with EM mapping technology. Last but not least, noise reduction technology should be applied to the design, pursuing not less than 50 dB during actuating force arrangement. Based this full technology, we can provide our DC conductor system with the mass production. So I'm going to show you in a very short clip, in a short video about this. First of all, as you can see, there is an arc during the moving contact and fixed contact. So there is an arc which is bad for damaging our the contacts. So our basic function is extinct this arc as soon as possible. So there is a magnet and there is a sealed gas inside the chamber, so that arc is going to be stretched in the opposite side of the each contact, so that is stretched. So which means arc extinction is happened. So that arc is finally demolished. So that is a kind of sequence of arc quenching inside of the arc chamber with electromagnetic actuators. So that technology guarantees our system better compared to our competitors. So I'm going to show you more video about this. So this is the sealing. This is an epoxy sealed DC contactor, whereas this is our ceramic sealed contactors. So we have tested for 1000 VDC and 200 ampere test. So you can see the result. So there is a fire, the fire inside of the epoxy molded DC contactor, whereas our DC conductor has any damages at all. So I can definitely tell that. So in a ceramic sealed system, which we are choosing right now, is better than our competitors. So this, that's why we have a confidence about our DC contactor compared to our competitors. Please do consider the fire is a very big damage for your system. So I know we can guarantee that our system is very good for your your system installation. And we started our DC conductor business from the 450 because we started the service for electric vehicles. So we have firstly started the 450 VDC DC contactors. So these are the categorized informations. So if you have any questions or inquiries about this, please email us. And we started our as I explained, we started our design from EV contactors. We changed it in this system to ESS and PV market. So we increased our range from 450 to 1,000. So 1,000 in 1,000 we have a kind of system for following IEC standard. So if you have any questions, please let us know with email. Finally, we proudly introduced 1,500 contactor with auxiliary contact, which means we can give you information remotely to in the SCADA system or in a wide range of your in the main systems. So you can get there in on-off situations or status of contact. So you can get the information as much as possible by auxiliary contact. So that would be very good for your considerations. That is all for my presentations. I hope that we will see each other face to face to deal with our consideration of our systems. And if you have any questions, please let me know after this seminar. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your presentation, Mr. Kim. Once again, if you have any questions regarding the presentation, please leave your questions on the Q&A section at the bottom right. Our next speaker is Mr. Moon. His presentation is on UL listed 1500 volt DC and 1150 volt AC/ACB. Oscar, if you're ready.
Okay, hi, good morning. This is Oscar Moon from LS Electric. So far, we have studied about our solution for decentralized. So from now on, we are going to introduce our perfect solution for centralized solution. And by the way, I'm so surprised that today we have many different attendees from different countries: Spain, Germany, Thailand, Vietnam. So we can say hello. Hola, muy buenos días, guten tag, bonjour, sawadee ka, whatever. So thanks for your attention. And at least today, we believe that we are contributing to global peace due to this virus-related situation. So it is my great honor to get in touch with you through Cisco WebEx platform, despite we could not visit you at the moment. Today, I'm going to introduce our newest solution based on air circuit breaker product group. So let's get started. Okay, firstly, I would like to recap recent market trends in aspect of solution provider. In terms of DC side, for each application, solar, battery, the market needs are already changed from 1,000 volt to 1,500 volt DC. According to this evolution of business ecosystem, 1,500 volt DC apparatus is now standard product. As there are many huge projects carried out in the United States and LATAM area, UL listed device is essential one to make the power conversion system reliable. So I would like to say that the market needs more compatible, compact, and certified solution. So in case of energy storage market, advanced DC products have been mainstreamed. Likewise, the PV market. Despite we have bigger battery capacity, thanks to the efforts from global battery manufacturers, we have new assignment for avoiding any risk of fire of battery system. So there is possibility of occurrence of ultra high short circuit, even more than 150 kiloamps and 150 80 kilograms during short moment. Also, bidirectionality of the apparatus is required for supporting optimized performance for charging and discharging of battery systems. Okay, in case of wind power converter in all ages, low voltage ride-through is important to stay connected to the grid throughout a short mains voltage drop, which we call as LVRT, as well as feature of high voltage ride-through. So the air circuit breakers should be maintain the situation of temporary voltage increase. So in case of AC breaker, so this is why we need a higher voltage AC breaker up to 1150 volt AC. So our SUSO DC switch disconnector here in breakers and AC breakers play important role on protection and switching, such as solar inverter, battery converter, and wind power converter system today. So today I will elaborate our newest development, focus on them. Now, please pay attention to our the complex table. Let us introduce our complete package for AC and DC protection and switching devices. Since many years ago, LS Electric have been reinforced R&D for catching up newly updated market trend. Today, we are going to introduce our major updates in AC breakers and DC switches. So from frame C, frame E, we are trying to fill up our product portfolio in order to give you more options for your needs. I kindly invite you to check our latest product, UL compact DC switch, medium-sized D-frame DC switch, and higher voltage AC breaker for PV and wind industry. Now, please pay attention to our UL listed compact switch called as UDA compact DC switch. I'm so glad to announce you that we are going to launch this competitive product during third quarter of this year. So as we already proved with our IEC-based compact DC switch, and the most important point of this product is dimension. So our compact series reduced the size of 55% smaller than previous type. So we are quite proud of that, achieving multiple UL homologation at the same time. So UL 489B for PV, UL 489F for battery system. So at the moment, standard rating is 12,000 amps at 1500 volt. However, within third quarter of this year, we will launch an advanced version with vertical connection type up to 1600 amps. Well, frankly speaking, we could say that 1600 amps is the world's highest rating so far among compact size product groups. In order to support medium-sized energy storage system and DC-DC converter, we checked that UDA product could endure by 80 kiloamps during 50 milliseconds. The product can be operated mechanically and electrically. So in case of no load condition, the lifetime will be 12,500 times. We are planning to share more information soon to our key customers with details. So our second product is D-frame 1500 volt switch disconnector. So we are going to launch this product especially for system integrators who must prepare battery connection cabinet between power conversion system and battery racks. Sometimes we need medium-sized DC switch if the total capacity of batteries does not exceed 1 megawatt or 2 megawatts. Overall specification and mechanical characteristics are almost same as previous versions. So if you are already familiar with LSDC switch, our D-frame switch will be compatible option. It should be friendly for you. Based on our internal test, we verified that its rated short time withstanding current will be 100 kiloamps during 50 milliseconds. So this will be another protective option just in case of delay of DC fuse. So according to the total battery power, you could consider not only for a 3-pole product for 12,000 volt DC, but also 4-pole products for 1,500. For your reference, 3-pole product might be the best solution for the user who installs battery system below 12,000 volt DC. As I stressed earlier, we invite you to try our D-frame product for battery connection panel if you are currently carrying out energy storage system project. So, okay, I think this is let's move on to the last introduction for new AC breaker. Here I introduce our AV type air circuit breaker. The most important point on this product is rated voltage. Because we have added 800, 900, 1000, and 1150 volt AC for multi-application, which is maximum rating in the industry. So, as you might know, many PV projects are carried out at alpine zone, more than 3,000 meters above sea level nowadays. Our AV type ACB offers various range of rated voltage, so you could consider 800 and 900 for solar in higher altitude, and 1000 and 1150 volt AC for wind power industry. So with, for example, wind turbine, power converter installed near wind turbine. So for your reference, we also prepared altitude derating table here. So we are capable of offering various data sheets according to coefficients applied. We are continuously collaborating with global wind power converter manufacturers who are producing double fed type and full power converters, so we can rely on our quality as well. And the maintenance and replacement should be very important and still easy to proceed because there's no different thing from previous ACB model. So there is no difficult point on operation, we say. Okay, here I would like to show you the braking capacity according to voltage range. So based on two different frames, 1600, 3200, our AV series will offer various braking capacity. We also believe that our upgraded feature will help you out use smaller power transformer connected to power converter. Our maximum braking capacity of short circuit is 75 kiloamps at 900 and 50 kiloamps at 1150. Well, this is the last point we are frequently asked by customers. Of course, temperature condition is really important to operate power system without problem. So this table could be applied all range of AV series. So this harsh condition with higher temperature, difficult situation, our AV circuit breaker could give you a guideline to excite proper current on the electrical system. So you can refer to following data sheet soon with official catalog. Well, thank you so much about paying attention to the introduction so far. I'm really glad to meet you all through Cisco WebEx today. This virus-related situation is not so easy, but I still hope that we could meet each other very, very soon. Hope our short seminar would help you understand our effort for supplying better product. Thanks again, and I'm giving a ball to Terry Kim for BCP. Thank you very much.
Okay, as Mr. Moon kindly already introduced, next speaker is Mr. Terry Kim. and his presentation is on BCP panel for BESS. Terry, whenever you're ready, please begin.
Janice, good morning. My name is Terry, responsible for DC grid market in Central Europe. In this session, I'm going to give you a brief introduction about battery connection panel, which is called BCP or energy storage system. According to the fast evolution of ESS market in the world, LS Electric is also focusing on the DC grid field in collaboration with top-tier battery manufacturers in Korea, such as Samsung, LG, and so on. On the first page, we can see the whole ESS system with corresponding electric devices that LS can offer. Normally in Korea, all electrical systems from AC to DC are supplied by turnkey by battery manufacturers, but they supply battery only or battery racks for overseas generally. So today, I'm going to show you that LS Electric can provide customized BCPs up to 1500 volt DC for those of who would like to complete the ESS system. Here you can see the AC grid section with air circuit breakers and switch gears and also transformers. And for ESS section, you can see the three parts, which are PCS, the battery inverter, and BCP, battery connection panel, the main topic today, and BPUs, the battery protection unit. From a customer's point of view, you can find out that LS Electric can be a total solution provider for DC grid. So let's see a picture of the BESS container. Well, BCP is located between PCS and the battery racks here, and acts like a junction panel between them from here and here. It collects each battery cables and connects them to the DC side of the PCS. Normally, DC switch disconnectors, you see right here, are mainly used for switching, and this switch has motor operation devices with shunt and undervoltage units. Therefore, the remote controlling is possible. So unlike manual disconnector type, mainly used in the US market. And we also offer fuse together for short circuit protection, and the DC circuit breakers can be also inserted here for alternatives, like this here. So let's move on to the technical side of BCP. Here I put together some basic information. We can provide it up to 1500 volt DC and 4000 amps. And here you can see the two different cases, case 1 and 2, which are DC switch disconnect only. You can see here the switch, and case 2, switch and fusible type. Here. And I'm going to show you some details about these on the next pages. So let's have a look at the single line diagram. Simply, the panels are composed of DC panel, the blue box here, and control panel, the red box one. DC side is directly connected to each battery racks, to here, to the BPU, and the second rack, to here. And as I explained, and the control panel is used as a power circuit control of batteries and BCPs. Well, this is an actual drawing of case 1. DC switch disconnect only type, so non-fusion. And this it is generally provided to Samsung battery users so far as a standard type. And this year we got a CE certificate with this. So now we can guarantee the whole quality by IEC standard. The control panel side on the right is actually optional, as you see here, and it is composed by power supply system and control unit with circuit protectors. For overseas, we normally offer this panel only for more efficient businesses. So here you can see some actual panel images. So DC switch is inserted here in the middle of panel, and DC MCCB is also used for lower amps panels. And I think the case 2, the fuse combinate type, is getting more important nowadays. In order to protect battery system from the external short circuit event in PCS side, the battery manufacturers recommend to insert DC switch and current limiting fuses together, like here, below to the circuit breaker or switches. This type has been used for LG battery users so far, but nowadays we are also being requested this type from others as well. The fast-free arcing is the key point of preventing accident, so we normally apply 100 K amps fuses for protecting the system. Actually, here you can see the case 3 with string MCCB type. So here you can see 10 serial MCCBs in a row. And it is actually not widely used because the fuses can cut off much faster than MCCBs. But of course, we can offer this as well.
Thank you, Terry, for your presentation. And thanks again to all our speakers who put in a lot of work and time to make this productive as possible. As mentioned already, if you have any questions at all regarding the presentation, please leave your questions or comments on the Q&A section at the lower right corner. Next, we prepared FAQ time, so please bear with us a little longer. And our expert, Mr. Young-Gu Kim, will be providing us with helpful answers. What are distinct factors of LS DC MCCB compared to competitors?
Well, thanks for the good questions. Above all, we are product of our UTD MCCB has multiple homologation in UL 489F for battery system and 489B for PV system. So that's the very important in the focus. And actually, LS Electric has wide product range than previous manufacturers in the market, as we'll launch in the 250 amps, 400 amps, and the 600 amps at 1500 VDC. Besides short circuit breaking capacity, there will be the 65 kA for all range. In case of the UTD 250, 200 amps per breaker, we are right now offering not only the smaller dimension and one of the biggest manufacturers in Europe, but also the providing world best in trucking performance, 65 kA at the same time, with user-friendly accessories installed inside and outside of the breaker. The device could be operated remotely as well, so that you can control this system remotely. So that is the end of the end of the answer. Thank you.
Thank you very much for details, Mr. Kim. And our second question is, please explain ICW rated short time withstanding current of 1500 volt DC DSU.
Actually, I'm going to start with the IC rated short time withstanding, which is the notion in an IC 6947-12345. Actually, the dash one. So you have it is kind of withstanding about its availability during in a short time. Current is occurred inside the branch socket. So why is that important? The 1500 VDC the DSU is because actually this system in the combinations. And the combination is based on in a fuse with in a disconnector switch unit, so when the disconnector switches hold the line, the fuses breaks the short circuit capacity. So ICU guarantees that in the system the system continuously withstand a short circuit current. That's why ICW is very important issues. So actually, we do provide our system with 100 kA for 1 second, but as you can see, ESS system and PV system need less in a ICW time. So we've tested 150 kA for 50 milliseconds and 180 kA for 5 milliseconds in our laboratory PTNT. So we already have in our report. So that I think we are proud to present that our system is well prepared. Thank you.
Again, thanks for your answers of expertise. Our next question: how are features of DC current different from AC?
I think it's a kind of fundamental question. So I'm going to tell you, it's with a very simple answering. So compared to AC, DC has two major different features: zero frequency and time constant. In terms of the braking, DC current is more difficult to break because there is no zero crossing during the connection. Therefore, the level of the braking capacity totally depends on the time constant, which is defined as the 63.2% of current. So if time constant is high, the braking capacity is needed more. But if this value is low, the braking capacity is a little less. So I think it's a very short explanation for in a feature of basic understanding of the direct current. Thank you.
Thank you again. Last question: how is remote control and monitoring composed for 1500 volt DC product lines?
Yes, it's a very obvious question and it's a very needed question. So I'm going to tell that the answer is, it is obvious that there is a huge need to monitor and control status of the protection device remotely. And then also it is true that there are many devices operate manually in this field. That is true. However, we believe that the remote control of devices would be more important as most of the projects are getting bigger and full and commissioned as remote areas such as desert, high mountains, and also seas. Therefore, we prepared various options, including in the mechanical and electrical accessories, motor, auxiliary contact, temperature monitoring, in the units, etc. So in addition to that, we are now developing total monitoring systems in LV and MV solution, including status based on temperature, voltage, and current data. So it's kind of integrated system. I hope to distribute this technology as soon as possible. And we are right now focusing on this system developing right now. So we'll see this technology as soon as possible. That would be a good answer. I hope that would be a good answer. Thank you.
Mr. Kim, once again, thank you for giving all those answers for these questions. Next, we have a Q&A session from our viewers that we've prepared. So we've actually selected 2 questions, actually 3 from our viewers, and we're gonna go over one by one with our teams. So the first question from our viewers is request of presentation material from a few attendees.
I think Simon, could you give the answer?
Yeah, actually, we received a lot of questions from attendees regarding of the presentation material, but as you may know, there are some of confidential information. After we revise, deleting some of confidential information, and we will send you through the emails that we have.
Is it sure that you can share the information to customers? Are you sure about that?
Yeah, we believe our customers so that we can share our information.
Okay.
Thank you. And there were quite a lot of questions regarding DC relay, and we selected 2 of those. The first one was if a customer can use 1000 volt DC relay in 1100 volt DC system.
The answer is possible, but we do not guarantee right now. So I think we need to test because actually we only guarantee 100 in a VDC and the DC contactor series in GPR. that is also included in our catalog. But actually, if you need a more specialized system, such as the 1100 witness systems, so we can test it for the customers. But it is needing more time.
Thank you. We hope we could have picked more questions, but the last question that we picked was if switching life cycle curve on data sheet can be added for higher ampere rating.
Yeah, I think you noted you have noticed in our my last data sheet about 1500 GPR series. So as you can see, there is no capacity to test more than life cycles. So we can test it if ever more time and your request, you can test it for this life in a cycle, for the curbing. So it is possible to change our curve line, but we don't. So far, we haven't tested yet. We cannot guarantee. So that's why we honestly draw the line like this. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Because we're only able to answer 3 questions from the viewers. If you have any additional questions, please email us. We'll put up the address at the end of our presentation.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, finally, it is time for the lucky draw. We appreciate so much for being here and staying with us till the end. Okay, we're gonna spin. So please shoot. Then we're gonna count down.
Okay. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Congratulations to Katimaz Temenbi, Pablo Benavent, Dupuy, Javier Alvarez Crespo, and Jesus Mondragon. So please, pardon me for the mispronunciation on names if there were any. And next, LS Electric gift set goes to Stuart Aitchison, Effinia Pombiali, and Wacharavid Okoloti. And lastly, the luckiest ones. The AirPod goes to Robert Cameron and Patricia Zana Reda. We sincerely hope that this presentation were informative and beneficial for all of you out there around the world. Even though we were so excited and grateful to be able to provide you with this seminar, we look forward to the day when we overcome COVID-19 together and gather again. Please take care of your health, your loved ones, and each other. Till then, be safe and keep faith. Thank you and goodbye. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Thank you.